Okay, so I've been going through my journal and I found this intuitive message that I apparently wrote April 30th. Is it 2026 or 2025? I think 2025. I thought. Wait, what the heck? Okay, I also have this, which was written May 4th, 2025. Okay, I think I'm gonna read both of these things. Okay. Are you ready? I really love going through my journals, and I love writing, and I don't do it enough. But I always flow better when I write, because I have a lot of trouble speaking. I love to speak. Speaking helps a lot, but writing actually gets my thoughts across in the way that I want to get them. So, anyways, okay. Let's get started. I promise you, things are gonna get better. The way you feel now is your nervous system letting you know it's ready for change. The more you resist it, the more chaotic your life gets and feels. Let go and feel at peace as the world you know crumbles around you. Smile as doors close, because you know that means new ones will open. Life is only what you make of it. You can mope because life isn't going your way, or you can celebrate that you even have a life to live. Celebrate and trust that God will handle the rest, because He is handling it. A video I watched the other day is coming to mind. He was talking about why it takes so long for the things we want to manifest, and the man made a good point. It takes a while because God has to work with people's free will. Let's say you were asking for a new job. First, He has to get through our free will and waits for us to get motivation to even send an application. Then God makes you the first application to pop up. But what if the employer skips over it for some reason? So God has to make your application more noticeable for you to get hired. But you see how it depends on how much you're willing to meet God halfway. He can't do anything for us if we don't put ourselves out there. You can't expect things to fall into your lap. You can't expect things to fall into your lap. God doesn't work like that. There's no lesson in that. This year, in Earth School, you're being taught about discipline. The things that you reap are entirely based on the things that you sow and how often you water it. Any projects that you've started, finish them. Come on, you've been resting for long enough. It's go time. I really like that. I'm debating if I should read this next page. I think, yeah. I haven't read it, so bear with me. I don't know if there's a lesson in this, but I wrote it May 1st, and I wanna rediscover it with you. Okay, anyways. I'm starting to believe that I'm not meant for true love in this life. It would be a distraction from the mission. But a part of me, a big part of me, still wants to believe that I will have many... Oh, wait. I didn't mean to say many. I was gonna say many happily ever afters. But what it says is, I will have my happily ever after. Meet my prince and ride off into the sunset. I don't know what hurts more, holding on to that dream or letting go of it. And what do I fear more? Experiencing temporary love for the rest of my life, but never finding forever? Or finding forever and getting caught up playing family and never accomplishing what God wants me to do? disappointing God, myself, and the little girl who was brave enough to dream. I think what's so funny about writing is that it really does solve all your problems. I just now realized that. I really don't believe any of those things will happen. I believe that God is all powerful. The universe will align things to work in my favor, and I will be happy with whatever reality I experience. Life is only what you make of it, right? I've been hearing that a lot lately. If we're not happy with our environment, then it's up to us to change it. The unhappiness is just letting us know that we are unfulfilled or unbalanced. Remember that we are co-creators. We decide what we want, and God makes it happen for us. But some things require us to create as well. If you want to have your art in your gallery, then you need to make art, and you need to share it as much as possible. God will place you in the right places and with the right people at the right time. So the decisions we make decide our reality. Thus, Thus, fear really is a liar, because on the other side of fear is God, and everything He aligned once you decided to stop standing in place and taking a step towards the future you want. So really the things I fear are silly, because the only thing stopping me from settling down is me. And I know that God's mission is gonna get carried out, whether it's through me or not. I just have to decide if I want to be a part of it or not. The mission takes discipline. It takes me being a woman I've never been before. The type of woman that could handle raising a family while doing what God needs me to do. I have to be a wife, a mother, and a warrior, and I will raise my kids to be able to be the same. Spy Kids is coming to mind, which makes sense. If I really have such a responsibility here on Earth, then of course I would need a strong support system. I need deep roots if I want to reach high heights, and if I want to be unmovable through every storm. A family would not stop me from completing my mission. They would be the thing I need to complete it. Now that I've reached that conclusion, I realize that I am meant for love in this lifetime, because I decided that I am. And if I want that for myself, then that means God wants that for me and will help me receive it. So if I'm not receiving it now, then that means it just isn't time yet. God is still preparing all the pieces, making sure they're gonna fit just right. God isn't just gonna hand me off to anyone just because I want it now. Well, actually, He does, and that's why these loves are temporary, because they don't fit, and I wasn't patient enough to wait for what does. That means I have a decision to make from here on. Do I want to experience flings until my prince arrives? Spend time with the Gastons, Jafars, Ursulas, and the Hans, which are all villains, by the way. But sometimes it's nice to get treated for a little while. I just have to accept that it's not perfect, and that being in that short-term relationship might repel the longer one that God's been preparing for me. The second option is waiting, focusing on myself, not letting anything distract me, including men. I think this is the best option. I'm just thinking right now how much I could have accomplished if I had poured my passion into art instead of men. It really was such a waste of my energy. I wonder if it took me this long to learn it in past lives, if I took longer, or if this is the first time that I am. Either way, now that I've made this decision, my life has to change. That's just the way things work. I really like this. I don't know. I'll read back the things that I write and just like, it's just so crazy how I'll write the exact things that I need to hear way later. I wrote this May 1st of 2025, and it is May 13th of 2026. and and I still indulged in temporary short-term relationships that were pointless and did take a lot of my energy, but they also catapulted me into being who I am now. Being the person that reads this to you. Yeah, okay. Now, let me read May 4th to you. Faith over fear. I've been hearing that phrase a lot, and for whatever reason, God wants me to start there. There's a lot of things that are about to happen in your life. You're not going to be able to prepare for a lot of them. That restlessness you're feeling, the anxiety, that's your body getting excited for what's coming. Allow yourself to rest in that excitement. Don't ruin it by overthinking. It'll come when it comes. For now, just rest, knowing you're about to be blessed beyond measure. Smile more. Your guides are saying you look beautiful when you do. Really take in this time because your blessings come with new responsibilities. You won't have as much free time or time to yourself. What would future you wish she had done to take advantage of this time? That's what you should be spending your time and energy on. I'm getting visions of two people living in an apartment together. Your divine counterpart is coming, and he's gonna whisk you away to his castle. This is better than the love you've always dreamed of, but even then, you're gonna miss the time you spent growing alone. Savor this moment. You're never gonna get it again. When your counterpart does come in, that's when faith over fear comes into play. There's a lot of scary factors about this situation. Third parties, family that doesn't like you, differences of opinions. You won't always see eye to eye, but through loving and careful conversation, you two will begin to understand each other and meet halfway. God is at play here. So the only thing that can sabotage this connection is yourselves. Don't let ego ruin this chance. The wheel has turned in y'all's favor. Have the tough conversations. Do this cycle right so that you don't have to go on it again. Although it's looking like this is the one that hits the bullseye. You guys have both learned a lot of lessons. It's time you put those lessons into practice. This is all happening at the same time as a new career opportunity enters your reality. An opportunity that will relocate you. Decisions will have to be made on both ends. But no matter what they choose, you must choose yourself and take this opportunity, whether they're with you or not. This is your life. You write your story. I'm like addicted to reading my writing. Okay. This is gonna be the last thing that I read. It's a tarot reading that I did. And it starts off with the Fool. There's a certain leap of faith that needs to be taken. An opportunity is making its way towards you, and it will require strength and courage. You're going to feel uneasy and foolish for diving headfirst into the deep end without knowing what's in the water first. Embrace the unknown instead of running from it. You're embarking on a new journey, as a new person, with no baggage or expectations. This season is for accepting things as they are and walking accordingly. I'm going to read that part again because it really resonated. Embrace the unknown instead of running from it. You're embarking on a new journey as a new person with no baggage or expectations. This season is for accepting things as they are and walking accordingly. No more hesitating out of fear. Do what you feel called to do and worry about the logistics later. Be spontaneous. The Lovers. Fall in love. What does it matter if you get hurt? You've proven it to yourself time and time again that heartbreak only makes you stronger. So what do you really have to lose? How would you move if you knew that it was going to work out for you? What is your heart desiring right now? Forget about the obstacles or how complicated the situation might be. Those things will work themselves out if you approach this with love instead of fear. Problems are only as big as you make them, and something about being around this person makes all the problems disappear for you. Trust that. Trust where your heart feels safe. You deserve to feel safe. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think I'm gonna write more. I think that's what I need to do, because just reading back what I wrote a year ago felt very healing for me, and I don't know why when I'm speaking there's this disconnect, and when I just read to you what I've written, I don't feel that disconnect. I don't know how to fully explain it, but I'm going to write more, and I'm going to share to you what I write, because I think that's what I need to do right now. So, yeah. Thank you for listening. There will be more for you later.